Okay, so you've been tapping away at your phone, watching those Pi numbers grow, right?
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
wondering, like, is this ever going to be something real?
Right.
Something I can actually, like, do something with?
Mm-hmm.
Well, today we are diving deep into how you can now actually withdraw your Pi coins
Yes.
now that their mainnet has launched.
It's a big day for Pi users.
It is a big day. It was February 20th, 2025
That's right.
when that happened, and we've been getting so many questions about this.
Absolutely flooded.
We had to do a deep dive.
Yeah, we had to, really dig into all the information that's out there
Absolutely.
about this Pi coin withdrawal process and make sure that, we can break it down in a
Yeah.
way that everyone can understand.
Yeah, so we've looked at, material discussing this whole process of withdrawing Pi
Uh-huh.
from the Pi network. And we're going to kind of extract the most important steps,
Absolutely.
the things you really need to know and consider.
Yes. And where to go if you need more help.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So consider this your shortcut.
Your cheat sheet.
Yeah, to understanding how this all works.
Exactly.
Without having to, like, wade through, tons and tons of, details.
Yeah, you don't have time for all that.
No, nobody's got time for that.
Right.
Okay, so we're going to break down this whole withdrawal process step by step.
Step by step.
We're going to highlight those key things you got to pay attention to.
Mm-hmm.
And as I said, we'll point you in the right direction if you need to go deeper.
We'll give you the resources.
Exactly.
Mm.
So if you're one of the many people out there who've been part of the Pi network,
Yeah, tapping away.
this deep dive is for you.
It's for you.
Okay, let's get into it.
Let's do it.
The very first step, and it is a really crucial one, is KYC verification.
Yes, KYC, know your customer.
Right. And, it's interesting why this is so important.
Well, it's really the gateway, right?
Yeah.
You have to get through KYC in order to move those Pi coins onto the Mainnet.
Right.
Or do any kind of transferring at all.
Uh-huh.
It's a standard thing in the crypto world.
Yeah. It's like a security and compliance measure.
Absolutely.
So how do you actually do this?
Well, the information we've seen says you need to go into the Pi Network app itself.
Okay.
Go to that KYC section, and then follow the instructions there to submit your identification.
Right. So I imagine it's like, uploading a photo of your ID.
Yeah, probably a selfie.
A selfie, exactly like we see on so many other platforms.
Pretty standard stuff.
Yeah. And once you've done that successfully.
Now, this can take a little while, so just be patient.
Okay.
But once it's done, you're good to go.
Yeah. Your account is ready for Mainnet transactions.
That's right.
Okay. So after that, and this is another really, really important point, you need to make sure that your Pi coins are actually on the Mainnet.
Yes, you don't want to be trying to withdraw coins that aren't actually there yet.
Right. Exactly. So how do we check that?
So you're going to go into your Pi Network app again,
Okay.
and you're going to look at your wallet status.
Right.
Now, if your coins are still on the testnet, or maybe in what they call an enclosed mainnet,
Okay.
you're going to have to start a migration process.
What is the enclosed Mainnet?
So it's kind of like a transitional phase
Right.
where the Pi blockchain is live,
Right.
but it's not fully connected to the outside world yet.
Gotcha.
It was kind of a way for them to test things out
Okay.
and make sure everything was running smoothly before the full launch.
Right. So kind of like a beta?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
But the app should tell you how to move those coins over to your Mainnet wallet.
Okay. So that's the key. Get them onto that Mainnet wallet.
That's the bridge to the rest of the crypto world.
Okay. So KYC, done, Mainnet confirmed.
Check and check.
Now comes, I think, a big decision point.
A big one.
Where are you actually going to send these coins?
Uh-huh.
And the information we looked at talked about a few reputable exchanges that currently support PiCoin.
Yes, there are a few big names in there.
So which ones are we talking about?
So they specifically mentioned OKX PiNX, BitGetGate.io, and MEXC.
All right. So those are the ones that you can use to actually withdraw your Pi.
Those are the ones where you can actually, trade it and do things with it in the wider crypto world.
Right. And it's interesting to think about, like, why those particular exchanges chose to list PiCoin at this stage.
Yeah, it's kind of a vote of confidence in a way.
Yeah.
Maybe they see the potential in the user base or the technology.
Yeah.
But, it's not a guarantee of anything, right?
Right.
Just because it's listed on an exchange doesn't mean it's going to be successful or stable in the long run.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, the advice is pretty clear about stick to these listed platforms for now.
Yeah. Why is that so important?
Well, it really comes down to security.
Right.
Using these big, well-known exchanges
Yeah.
really lowers your risk of running into scams or unreliable platforms. They usually have good security protocols,
Mm-hmm.
and they're more likely to be following, the rules and regulations.
So it's just a safer place for your, for your assets.
Yeah. SAC, You want to be as safe as possible in this world.
Absolutely. Okay, so you've chosen your exchange, and let's just say for this example, we're going to use Bitchit
Okay, big tit it is.
because some of the material we looked at focused on them.
Good choice.
So what do you do next?
All right, so first things first, you need to create an account on Bitchit if you don't have one already.
Okay.
It's usually a pretty standard sign-up process.
Mm-hmm.
And then Bitchit will probably want to do their own KYC check as well.
Right. Most of these reputable exchanges do.
Yeah, it's pretty standard across the board.
Okay, so once your account is all set up and they verified you.
Then you're going to navigate to the deposit section of your account.
Okay.
And you're going to specifically select Picoin
Right.
as the cryptocurrency you want to send in.
Okay, and this is where you get that all-important piece of information, right?
This is the key.
The deposit
The
address.
deposit address. This is where it all comes together.
So the exchange will generate a special deposit address just for your Pi coins.
Just for you.
Okay, and this address is absolutely critical.
Absolutely critical.
It's like the mailing address for your Pi on that exchange.
That's a great analogy.
So you have to copy this address really, really carefully.
Don't mess this up.
No, absolutely not. Okay, I've got the address copied. I'm being super careful.
Good.
Now it's back over to the Pi Network app, right?
You got it back to the app we go.
Okay, so what do we do there?
So you're going to go back to your wallet inside the Pi Network app,
Mm-hmm.
and you're going to look for the option to send or transfer Pi coins.
Okay.
And this is where you're going to paste that deposit address that you just copied from Bitchit.
Okay, and then I just type in how much Pi I want to move over.
So exactly. Type in the amount you want to send over.
Easy.
But before you hit send,
Yes.
big red warning flashing light moment here.
Okay.
Double check, triple check that deposit address.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Because crypto transactions are irreversible.
Yeah, there's no going back.
If you accidentally send your Pi to the wrong address,
Yeah.
it's gone.
Oh, that's a scary thought.
It is. It's one of the things you have to be super careful about in the crypto world.
All right, so address, meticulously checked amount, entered transfer confirmed.
Deep breaths.
Now, do the coins like magically appear on Bitchit?
Not quite. It takes a little bit of time
Okay.
for the transfer to go through.
So how long are we talking?
It could be anywhere from a few minutes to a couple of hours.
Okay.
It really depends on how busy the Pi network is at that moment
Right.
and how quickly the exchange processes things.
Okay, so where do I look to see if they've arrived safely?
Once the transfer is complete,
Yeah.
you'll see your Pi coins show up in your Bitget wallet,
Okay.
in your Pi coin balance.
All right, so the Pi has landed.
Touchdown.
We're on the exchange now? What?
Now the fun begins.
Right, so we can actually turn it into other things now.
Yes, exactly.
Good. What can we do?
Well, you can trade your Pi for other cryptocurrencies.
Okay.
You know, the popular ones like USDT Tether,
Right.
Bitcoin, BTC.
Yeah.
Those are usually pretty easy to find.
Yep.
Some exchanges might even let you convert your Pi directly into regular money.
You mean like US dollars?
Yeah, US dollars, euros, whatever your local currency is.
Okay.
But that depends on the exchange and where you live.
Right, right. And there was a tip about kind of being strategic at this point.
Yes, this is important.
So what was that?
Well, the price of Pi coin can be a bit volatile,
Okay.
especially right now.
It's so new.
Yeah, it's brand new on the mainnet.
Right.
So things could go up and down quite a bit.
Okay.
So before you do any trading,
Yeah.
check the market price.
Right, know what's going on.
Exactly. You don't want to just jump in blindly.
Yeah. Okay, good advice.
And they even suggested using something called limit orders.
What are those?
So a limit order is basically like saying,
Okay.
I only want to sell my Pi if it reaches this price.
Okay.
Or I only want to buy more if it drops to this price.
So it gives you more control.
Exactly.
You're not just, accepting whatever the market is doing at that moment.
Right. It helps you avoid those big swings.
Okay, so we've walked through the steps.
We did it.
Now, what are some of the just crucial things people need to be aware of?
Yeah, the need to knows.
Yeah, before they actually send that Pi.
Good question.
First of all, transaction fees.
Ah, yes, the fees.
We always got to think about those.
They're everywhere.
So what do we need to know about those?
So there might be a small fee for moving your Pi from the app to the exchange.
Mhm.
It's always a good idea to double check that in the wallet section of your Pi Network app
Right.
before you hit confirm.
Okay.
Just so you're not surprised by any extra costs.
Yeah. No hidden surprises.
Exactly.
Okay. And then, as we've said a few times, market volatility.
Yeah, this is a big one.
That Pi price could fluctuate, especially now.
Oh, yeah, especially now.
So they were giving some real world examples.
They were.
Like they said on MEXC,
Mm-hmm.
the price had moved between $1.20 and almost $3 in just the past month.
Yeah, that's a pretty big swing.
Yeah, that's a big swing.
And they also talked about the trading volume on OKX,
Right.
which has been huge.
So that means there's a lot of activity.
A lot of activity.
Potential for those prices to really move around.
Absolutely.
So that being aware of that instability is key.
Key.
And then, of course, security.
Always security.
Like we're in the crypto world.
Got to be careful.
Got to be so careful. So what are the key things we need to keep in mind?
So first of all, stick to those officially listed exchanges.
Right, the ones we talked about.
Those are the ones that have been vetted.
Yeah.
And beyond that,
Yeah.
standard security stuff.
Right.
Two-factor authentication, 2FA.
Yeah.
Enable it on your Pi Network app.
Mm-hmm.
Enable it on your exchange account.
Double the security.
Double the security.
Okay.
And if you're holding, larger amounts of Pi,
Yeah.
maybe think about a hardware wallet
Okay.
for that long-term storage.
What is a hardware wallet?
It's like a physical device that keeps your crypto safe offline. So it's not connected to the internet.
So it's like super secure?
Super secure.
Okay.
And just a big warning sign.
Okay.
Be super wary of anyone who's not on those official platforms offering to buy your Pi directly.
Like on the internet or something?
Yeah, through some random website or social media. That's almost always a scam.
Yeah. They're trying to steal your Pi.
Exactly.
Don't fall for it.
Don't do it.
So all of this, it's a big deal for you, the listener, right?
Yeah.
You've been mining, you've been tapping that button.
You've put in the work.
You put in the work.
Yeah.
You've been hoping that this would turn into something real.
Mm-hmm.
And the Mainnet launch, the fact that you can withdraw.
It's a huge milestone.
It is a huge milestone.
For Pi Network users.
Yeah, this is like the culmination of years of, participation for a lot of people.
It is. And it's the point where, the value that they've been building up can actually be, realized in the crypto market.
Yeah, they can actually, potentially, benefit from it.
Right.
But, it's also important to say that the Pi Network project has had some, discussions around it.
It has.
About, how centralized it is and transparency.
And there have been some concerns raised.
And, as someone who, wants to be informed.
Absolutely.
It's always wise to be a little bit cautious.
Mm-hmm.
Do your own research before you make any big financial decisions.
That's always good advice.
Always good advice. Okay, so let's just recap really quickly the main steps to withdraw your Pi coin.
Let's do it.
First, KYC verification.
Get verified.
Number 2, make sure your coins are on the Mainnet.
Mainnet confirmed.
Choose one of those supported exchanges.
Pick your platform.
Set up your account, get that deposit address.
That's crucial.
Very carefully transfer your Pi from the app.
Triple check that address.
Triple check that address.
Please.
Then give it a little time for the transfer to finish.
Be patient.
And once the Pi is in your exchange wallet,
you're ready to go.
You can trade or sell.
You're in the crypto world.
You're in the crypto world. And if you need more detailed help,
where do you go?
Well, the Pi Network website and app.
Official source.
Should be your first stop.
Yep.
And then exchanges like BigJit and OKX.
Mm-hmm.
They have their own tutorials and guides.
They want to make it easy for you.
They do. And of course, the Pi Network community.
Always help.
On platforms like X.
Formerly known as Twitter.
Yeah. They can be a good resource too.
Absolutely.
But always be careful with information from unofficial sources.
Always double check.
So, you've got this ability now to move your Pi coins.
It's exciting.
To trade them. It's exciting.
It is.
You've gone from, just mining on your phone.
Yeah.
To this whole world of exchanges and market prices.
It's a whole new world.
It is a whole new world. What does this all mean?
That's the question.
What does it mean for projects like Pi Network?
Right.
For you, the individual user.
Yeah.
In this constantly changing financial landscape.
It's a big question.
It's a really big question. It's something to think about as you decide what your next move is going to be.
Absolutely.
So much to consider.
So much to consider.
Really is.
It's an exciting time.
It is.
For the crypto world.
It is.
For Pi Network users.
And for all of us just kind of watching this unfold.
Yeah, we're all part of it.
We are.
In a way.
Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
Absolutely.
We'll catch you next time.
See you then.